12 days of Christmas, day 4. If you've been following along, then you know we're just getting guidance as we move forward. They don't necessarily build on each other. More than likely they do. There's a lot of energy in this, but just trust whichever one you hit is for you. And if you've been following along, then you know we're actually just building into the new year. And there's a lot of energy about stepping out into our own, creating some boundaries, and designing the life we really want. I am recording this on Saturday, day 4, and it's been some interesting energy. So let's see what comes up. First of all, we've got 4 of Cups. This one is a super balanced one. Quite often in 4 of Cups, we've got that we're not facing what's coming in. We'll just be looking at the past, or there's this cup in front of us and we're not seeing the giftings of the other. But sometimes it's really important to look at the artwork of the cards. This person is super in balance, and so they're honoring the gift that they have. And that's the key message of what you need to step into in this time of year, in this cup energy of really honoring those things that you have, those things that light you up, and not looking to other ways and not looking to other cups to light you up, because blessings are coming. They're ready to overflow. There's this beautiful bubbling up that's coming, and I'm telling you, some of you don't feel it. I get it. You don't feel it, you don't see it, you don't know how that's possible, and then some of you are excited and ready for it too. So just notice your energy, but start trusting that something's coming. There's so much cup energy today. Can you start looking at your world with a childlike wonder? This is a challenge, people. Can you take a moment to just look at every magnificent thing around you, including yourself, with childlike wonder? Can you look into the future with childlike wonder, no matter where you're at right now? Even if you're at the lowest of lows, and believe me, I understand that. Can you look forward with this awe and reverence for the beauty of creation? 4 of Wands shows up to say what we're really desiring is stability. This ability to create our own beautiful realm in this place of knowing, in this place of standing strong, in this place of protection in who we are. This is the most beautiful place to be, because you're not just in survival mode, you're in thrive mode. And so can you get your spirit in alignment with that? And if nothing else, can you imagine what it would feel like to be there? Like, that is the magic. That is the magical juice. The recipe, the formula. Can you spend some time just luxuriating in the fact that this is a possibility? If you can do that, things start to line up. She's come to the edge of the labyrinth. She's looking up. Things are coming clear. And it's like the fastest card in the tarot deck. You're supported by, look at her, she's supported by her wild and her tame side and her trickster energy, and all of who she is has come to this being, and now everything's ready to line up for her. And then we get Lovers. And then life becomes the juicy desire that you've wanted, because you're now in alignment with yourself. And when we're in alignment with ourself, we're in love with life. And so this beautiful creation can happen where you're ready to understand all aspects of yourself and move forward. It's a beautiful message if we can get there. Can you get to this place where you're in love with you, all parts of yourself? It's not always the easiest to do, and that's why, let's sum up. We're going to focus on that which we have and which we love. Really, really, really be prepared to be blessed. Are you prepared to overflow? Are you prepared for your heart to be filled? And look at the world with this childlike wonder and awe, and imagine. Can you remember as a child what you imagined to be? Can you get into that space? And then this beautiful ability to say, this is how I need things to be. This is how I'm going to line them up. This is where I need them to be. Things will come into alignment a lot quicker than you can possibly imagine. Things will shift for you in ways you never thought possible. And then don't forget, you need to love yourself exactly who you are, all aspects of yourself. Another piece of this one would to be really look at your masculine and feminine. I talk about this a lot, but are you a doer? Or do you always give, never receive? Are you always in the material world and you're not spending enough time in spirit? Or other way around, you spend too much time in spirit and feeling and not enough time putting action to something? This will help you come into alignment and really, really create all that you desire. Where does this put us on day 4? It's almost like the same message keeps repeating itself in a different aspect. So watch that. Get centered in who you are. Start to understand what it is you really want. The word that's coming up for today, again, is balance. This came up the other day. Are you in balance? What would it take at this time of your life to get yourself into balance? Maybe you have to go for a walk. Maybe you have to work a little harder. Maybe you have to work a little less. I don't know. There's some trust. Maybe you have to ask for help. Maybe you have to receive help. Maybe you need to give help. There's so many aspects to this card. And finally, again, the fairies were out yesterday, but they're still here today trying to give us some words. If we're stepping into change, which we are, the theme, if anything, is change. Things are ready to shift. Things are ready to go. You have this tendency to always look at your past history. And sometimes this is taught. The past is a precursor, you know, that kind of saying, right? What you've done before is what you're going to keep doing, and we never change. And that's just not the way it is. You know that isn't. There is a way to kick your butt in the most gentle way and say, no, I'm stepping into this different realm. And funny, floating comes up. Can you put yourself in almost to this imaginary realm and float yourself into your next stage? I know that sounds too light and fluffy, but there's a power in taking yourself out of the game and creating the journey that you want to go into. If I could sum up anything for today, it's really, really take time to figure out what it is that makes you float, that makes you light up, that makes you feel like you're juicy and ready to go. Imagine it into being. See how you're out of alignment and be open to moving forward. You've got